What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dope and Tape Show. We are live. It's Thursday. I don't even know what the date is anymore. When I'm traveling and stuff, go blurs in. But it is episode 155. And I don't know, that's a cool number. And we're getting up there. I'm excited. What, 50 more till 200? That's going to be
Woo.
sick. I know. It
45
is
more.
taking longer to get episodes in the beginning. The beginning, we're doing 3 a day, 3 a week. So it was like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And we did that for a minute, but it was a
Lot of
lot, man. It was
episodes,
a
lot of
lot.
cranking out, lot of seeing you, man.
Yeah, I know, dude.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining. Whether you're watching us live or you're watching the replay, we appreciate you. Hit the like button, please. Please hit the like button. I'm gonna share a couple things.
Yeah, we have Tim here. He's down in Florida. He has a long fire protection career, and he's also a little bit like me. Like he's kind of done it all. So it's gonna be nice to talk to him. I'm really excited. He did tell us that he had some flood stories, so we haven't had those in a while. So I'm excited to hear that. That's gonna be awesome.
I kind of like
I,
forget to
I
ask them.
love, yeah, I know, right? I love
I put notes
flood
here now, and it
stories.
says it says that stuff, so I won't forget.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And hey, Tim, thanks, man.
I
Thanks for coming
appreciate y'all
on.
having me. It's a great thing y'all are doing there.
Thank you. So did you hear
Thank you so
about us
much.
before I came and hung out with you guys?
Yeah. I heard about y'all a little bit before you came in the office and we talked. And when you brought it up, I was like, hey, man, that's really awesome. Heard about it. Really neat. Kind of asked you how the process was and invited me
Yeah.
on. So here I am.
Thanks. A lot of people get nervous. They're like, no, I'm not that guy. But really, we're just hanging out.
If we're just talking sprinklers, I mean,
That's
for the
it.
last
That's
20
it.
years of my life.
They're like, how long an hour? I was like, bro, it goes by fast. Like we're gonna be talking and at the end, you're gonna be like, that's it? Because sometimes I'm like that.
Yeah.
And just so y'all remember, we're doing shows on Thursdays. With all our travels, it's kind of hard to keep up with Tuesday and Thursday, but we're doing them on Thursdays. Unfortunately, always hate to say this, but we're not going to be doing a show next week because I will be in Mexico City. So there's a fire protection convention at Mexico City. It's supposed to be pretty big. I haven't been to a Latin America fire protection conference, so I'm excited to go. As y'all know from the last episode, we got the new like Meta glasses where we can film, so we can do some point of view, and then I will be bringing those with me, and I'll do vlogs of each day. So I think there's 3 days, and they do, man, dude, they do the expo like pretty much all day. I think it's like a 6 hour expo. Like with NFPA, it's like a 3 hour window. But like when you're working it, it feels like forever. I think it's a 3 hour, then the longest one that they've done from my memory is like a 4 hour expo time. But 6, 8 hours, bro. They're in it. So I'm gonna have the glasses, I'm gonna show, I'm gonna get some tacos at the taco stand. I'm excited about that, and then bring y'all with me to this expo so you can see what's going
Are
on.
we gonna be
So I'm
able to
excited
get like
about that.
maybe a Instagram live going? Or are you completely off limits? I was just muted and I was talking to you. I was starting to talk aggressive. I thought you were talking over me, but I actually had
I
myself
could I could do I could do a
I
live.
had myself muted.
Yeah, I could definitely do a live. I'll let y'all know when I'm there. I mean, I'll be doing stories all day. And then I'll
All
go
day?
live. I mean,
All day, Bry. Yo, what
all
up,
day, which
Florencio?
isn't
Big country.
normal.
Thank you for joining. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, invite your friends.
All they can say, I can say, no, oh, no habla, no habla. I don't
That's what you're gonna say the whole
know.
time?
No, I'm not. I'm
You're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
need
gonna
to be
uh
dabbling.
speak some
Dripping.
Spanish, but if they're gonna get on to me, like, hey, you can't do that. I'm like, no habla.
no habla. That's a good one.
Our
That's a
That's
good
buddy,
usually
one.
doing it.
So let's open it up with the flood story. I can't
yeah, I
can't
can't
hold it
wait for
back.
this.
That's elephant in the
So
room.
a good one that I had was oh God, this was more than 10 years ago. Back being in the field, we were running a project. It was a warehouse for the FP&L up in Florida up towards Yulee. So half of the building is office space. The back half of the building's warehouse space with a mezzanine offices under the mezzanine. have a 6-inch run running the wall back that divides the office space, which was a CMU block wall. They had a 6-inch main running along the back there. That back 90 I had one of our helpers put on the week before.
Mm.
My fault. I didn't go behind him and check him. He wasn't even there. So he was off that week. My helper, who was on vacation the week before, was with me. So we're pumping the system up. We've got it at 205 psi. We're thinking, all right, we're good for inspection tomorrow. Everything's hunky dory. And as soon as we're gonna get packed up, head home, and next thing you know, boom, and you
It's
just
all 6-inch.
all 6-inch, and it was over the
Oh,
mezzanine
man.
with the offices
Oh
below.
man.
This was probably about 5 o'clock. We were the only ones there. The GC had already gone home for the day. It
Oh,
was literally
no.
just me and my helper. Luckily, because if I think people were there, people would have gotten hurt. Because when that water came out of that 6-inch, it was in that corner. It caught that water and ended up ripping plywood off of the mezzanine that was nailed down and sending it out into the warehouse.
Wow.
It was like 2 sheets of plywood just went.
They underestimate the power of that.
Yeah, it was
Oh, yeah.
dangerous.
Oh, the water's
I
so
mean, I
powerful.
saw there was I don't want to say the facility, but there was a freezer facility in Georgia, huge facility. And I got there, and as I was walking up the steps, I opened the door. There was water coming, and then they opened the door because the end cap of the manifold, 6-inch as well, blew out. And then the fitters were pushed out on the water on top, like rapids.
Yeah.
So were you able to pick it up? You were able to kind of clean the scene up a little bit before everybody showed up?
I spent about 4 hours, me and my helper, just brooming out
Putting the
water.
plywood back.
And
Just
then they
trying to
got Serve Pro out
just
there
trying to
and
mitigate it a
everything
little
else.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Seems
yeah,
like a
yeah,
little
yeah.
back charge. What's up, Carlos? Thanks for joining. Hit
How
the
did
like
the
button.
apprentice feel? What did he say?
Oh, yeah, he was well. The guy who was technically responsible for it. He was a pretty lost fella, and he wasn't around much longer after
Oh,
that.
okay. Yeah.
Uh, it was
Yeah. Whew,
it was
man.
one of those. He's on the job. So, I've got 4 years of experience. I've done this. I've done that. I'm like, all right, well, go
Let's go.
go hang some pipe. And
Yeah.
yeah. I should have
I
walked
don't know
behind
about
him.
you, but I had an almost flood story with me, and I almost caused it. So I was at a where was I? I was up at a high-end senior living facility, and I was changing out a pipe up in the attic. And I went up there and I put my impact on the coupling, and I went to go pull the trigger, and I pulled it a little bit, but then I was like, wait, did I drain the system?
Oh,
I don't think I'm not gonna look.
Yo, what
Nope.
up, Chad? What up,
It
Matt?
would have been that would have been so bad.
If the system's
yeah.
live, as you start
Yeah.
impacting it off, you'll see the pipe start to separate. The pipe will start to separate and
Yeah.
separate, and the coupling never gets loose. The coupling just never seems to get loose. I held the trigger down a couple times on a lot of
Oh,
systems. All right, let's go to how about dope and tape or tape and dope? What's the
yeah.
way?
Well, what I always did dope then tape and kept it cleaner.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
That
exactly.
that was my
And then
whole
dry too.
right.
When we would run like tenant work, guy on
Mhm.
the ladder giving measurements for drops, and then sometimes you don't put all the drops in, you go home and then you come back, you still have kind of,
it's
a
nice, and there's
wet
not all
dope.
dope on
Yeah.
the floor and dope everywhere.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Dope and tape.
Now let me
Hell
ask you
yeah.
this: do you guys dope heads?
I do
The
not,
big
but
heads.
Bobby
Yep,
does.
yep,
Okay.
yep.
You like doping heads?
Yeah, especially the bigger ones, man.
Yeah, anything 1 inch,
The bigger heads, like dope and tape. But like so. I'm not lathering on like a lot of people that's a misconception is that, and I see people with the tape going around 6, 7, 8 times and then
No.
the dope and they're globbing it on there. I'm putting a little trace of dope and I'm going around almost exactly 3 times with the tape, and it's like minimal of both,
Mm,
like the best of both worlds. But yeah,
You
like
really only need the first five threads.
that's it,
correct. Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
You can
And I
keep it
like to hold the
three.
Love
tape.
it.
I like to hold the tape with like this finger, and then I'll hold the head, and then I will dope it, and then I'll take the tape and
That's how your hand looks.
wrap it, and then
That's how you should hold
yeah, because I have
you should hold
yeah,
your
I
hand
just
like
have
that.
it. I
No,
have the
put
tape
put it put
here,
it put it back. How do you hold it?
like
Just for
this, like that.
just for any of the young guys that want to see how to hold it, just
The
put your hand back up.
All right, hold on.
Stupid.
So like this, I would have this finger out here like this, and I
Yeah.
had the tape in here. Yeah, that's how I do it.
Oh wow.
So
Legend.
I gotta
You
say,
heard it here first, people. That's how you do it.
I got
That's how you do
a
it.
live head in a hospital story.
Oh, I just did that.
Oh.
I had a guy just do that recently.
Oh,
JB.
oh,
Oh, that's bad.
oh,
My
that's
bad.
funny.
It was like they lied to us. In-house lied to us that day. It was all right.
It was the same situation. Same situation.
Yeah.
I was going around. This is when I was in the field, and I was going around with my foreman or our superintendent, and he and I were knocking out some of the smaller jobs, trying to clear that work out because we had some larger jobs coming in. And we go in. It's a MRI space in a hospital on the first floor, and we're just relocating heads. We got about 10 heads to do. First head he pulls, drop of water in the bucket. We're like, oh, we're gonna rock this thing out, no problem. And then I pull ahead, drop water in the bucket, good to go. He goes into the closet. So third head pulled, he goes in the closet, he starts pulling it, and he gets to the point where it just spits the head out. The system's
Oh.
live, fire pump, flooding. This is the middle of the first floor. Luckily, it's the first floor of the hospital.
Yeah, thank goodness.
It's the assistant facility manager who's on duty that day, who's completely clueless, doesn't know where half of anything is. He's oh, your system's drained, you're good to go, you're great in that space. That one head was fed off of a whole nother system.
Oh.
And it ran for 15, 20 minutes.
Damn.
With the pump because
till the head honcho sped there.
well, it was until one of us got a valve in it.
Oh, you got the valve in?
Wow, with the fire pump?
Yeah, I did not get the valve in. I tried and tried and
Tough
tried.
shit. I did too.
Old
That's hard.
superintendent got on the ladder and got it in there. And then we just got to cleaning.
Wow.
It was a miserable day.
Yeah, I got under that thing
Yeah.
and tried to get it in. This was a high pressure. She was putting out like 230 or something crazy, but I tried like hell. We all tried like hell, but we had guys, they shut the valve off quick. Ours didn't run that long.
I don't know how he tried, then he handed it to me. I tried. I'm like, it's blown my hand down every time.
You gotta bury your elbow in your gut
and just get it in there.
because if you don't, it's just gonna every time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But he got it in there.
Narcy, what up? Thanks for joining. Hit the like button. Yeah,
that was probably one of the worst I've had.
Starting it out hot and heavy. I love it. Open tape or floods. What else we're gonna get? So who got you into the trade? How'd you stumble into this fine trade?
I was a roofer beforehand, so I was on top of the roof, sweating my balls off in Florida. And my neighbor at the time has worked for a company called Wigington that's out of Florida.
Okay.
And they're pretty large outfit.
Yep.
And
yeah,
we were
deep.
Yeah, we were getting ready for a storm to come around. I forget what storm it was. This would have been 04. And so we're cutting some limbs around the power lines and just kind of like preparing for the storm to come in. And he's like, "Hey man, you ever thought about fire protection?" And I'm like, "Not once." I was like, "Other than seeing your truck drive by, no." He's like, "Man, I want you to go talk to this guy." So he gives me the superintendent's number for Wigington. So I go over there and talk to him and started in a week and got off the roof and was underneath the roof.
Hell yeah, that was nice,
Yeah.
right? That was a nice transition.
The first job I did, so I'm thinking, all right, I'm not going to be in the sun anymore. And this is August. I started August 04. So it's been pretty much exactly 20 years. The first job we go to is a storage, warehouse. And they had not put the roof on yet, but they had all the rafters up and they had us hanging pipe. So I'm still in the sun. All the bar joists are scorching hot, burning the hell out. I'm like, oh, did I make the right choice? I thought I was going to the sun.
They don't allow that anymore.
That was the only time that ever happened.
Yeah, you won't see that anymore. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was the only time that ever happened. And I was just like, good Lord, I thought I was away from the sun.
The joists are all just swaying in the breeze. The pan holds them all together.
Right. It was interesting. It was interesting for sure.
Oh, we got
Have you ever almost
G
got hurt?
Narcy. G Narcy, not pump pressure, but one of our guys pulled a live head in a barber shop while they were cutting hair, and he managed to get the head back in. Barely 20
The
Well,
gallons
head
on the
back in?
floor. Yeah, if you're gonna get the head back in, get it back in quick.
yeah.
That's what they say. Like within seconds, you can get it back in, maybe.
It either goes in or it doesn't.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's a dry system, you still have some air mixed in with it.
Once the turbo spools, you're
Mm.
fucked. The
Now,
big
we never
old
asked
pump.
this question before. You, Bobby, you too, have y'all almost got hurt?
Oh yeah.
Like hanging pipe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've gotten hurt.
I've fallen off of ladders.
I've gotten hurt many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm risky.
Yeah,
I don't.
I can
I
believe
don't think
that.
I don't think I've ever fallen off the ladder. What? So one thing that happens on the ladder a lot, and I've done, is you think you're on the last step, and you're on like the second to last step, and then you like lock your leg, and you kind of take like an extra fucking long step,
Large step down.
and then like your knee or your hip will hurt for a week. But I got the hammer drill to the nose one time,
Oh.
and going through the metal pan right where the two pans meet. So it was the double metal pan 5.0 battery and the cordless hammer drill. And when you're drilling shields all day as a righty, you can't just you're trying to like switch off every 10 or 20, or you're just gonna murder that one side. And my left hand, which is my non-dominant hand, I'm just drilling away, and it catches, and the drill just spins around, and the battery pack comes around and just clips me in the nose.
Oof.
I've heard of
Woo!
guys getting their jaws broken by the old school core drills, the ones without the clutches.
I took a right angle drill, drilling through old wood in a mill right to the chin. It just
Mm,
bound up, and an old nail came up, hit me in the chin, bit my tongue, split my chin, got a nail in the head.
oof.
Yeah, so I drove myself to the ER that day. I got stitches everywhere. I got metal in my eye one time on my pupil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me guess, putting in a mechanical T?
Nope, this was drilling a shield. This was in the same type of metal pan, that new metal
Mm,
pan everybody's dealing with, that just takes
yep.
forever to get through, and it makes these little fine shavings, and it sizzled, and it went right down. And like most of us do, I didn't tell anybody except my wife when I got home, and I went to bed, and I woke up and my eye was all rusted shut. And then they picked a piece of metal out of my pupil with a needle.
Oh,
She tells you to look
I
at the
had that
light.
happen too.
A
It's
little there's like a
horrible.
little light, and they say just stare at the light, don't move. And I'm like, this is the technique. It's just I have to stare straight, and you're gonna get it with a needle.
you'd think they'd use a magnet,
I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
I
right?
think they tried, but
like a strong magnet.
I went home with a Q-tip, and I was, you know, I was I was finger blasting it at first, and I was Q-tipping it. I probably jammed it in more, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what happened to me because I ignored it for a day. And then I was
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
woke up
it
and I was like, oh, this is
oxidizes.
bad.
Yeah, so
Then
you
they give
gotta
you these drops and all that stuff.
So
Oh,
you really should take your safety seriously and wear all your proper gear. And getting injured, it sucks. It really does. It sucks. It'll hinder you for a long time. I stuck my fingers in the snowblower. That was a good one. That was about a. I almost drank a gallon of Jameson that night.
A what blower?
A snowblower.
What's that? I'm just
So
kidding. I'm just
oh,
kidding.
okay. You had me there. I was gonna go. I was going for it. Oh shit. Yeah, down the chute, and it's, woo. That was a wild night.
Mm, lucky you got your fingers.
Yeah, very lucky.
yeah.
Very lucky. Couple, 2, 3, 20 stitches. Nope, was a full-blown wet system. What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late. Had to walk my goldfish. What up, Dan? Thanks for joining us. There's been a few times my ladder was on two legs and the beam saved me from a 10-foot fall. Woo! Make sure it's footed right.
Yep. Make sure you don't got it on that
So, snowblower. It blows snow. You should have let me try to explain it.
Because you did pause and you're like, how do I do this?
The old airings. Where are you from?
Who, me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you've been there your whole life.
I mean, I did my fair share of traveling, but yeah, I've
Oh, okay.
born and raised in Jacksonville.
We got a big old job in Jacksonville right now.
What you doing?
What's up, Chad? Chad's over in Jacksonville. Just got cold storage over
Okay.
on where the hell is that? I think it's just Main Street. It's over by Chad. What's your favorite place there with the tea? With the not the tea, the I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Chad's favorite drink. The cherry limeade. Cherry limeade. No? Is Chad still here? Chad's not here.
Lost him.
But it's just a,
Yeah.
a brand new facility we're putting up, cold storage.
Nice. Nice. Who you doing it with?
That one is with Primus.
Okay.
Yep.
So when you started, did you start in tenant, new construction? Like, where did you get
So
your feet wet at?
Wigington was big in warehouses. They still are.
Mm.
But basically it was thrown to the wolves. One of the big questions when I interviewed, do you mind traveling? I was a single guy. I was like, nope, don't mind traveling. So, did a couple warehouses in Jacksonville, and then I hit the road with them, going up towards Atlanta, did some stuff up towards Brazelton, and those areas up there by Gainesville, up your way. And then came back to town after those jobs ended and just kept doing a lot of the Patillo warehouse sites that are all over Jacksonville. There's a couple of them, one on the west side and one on the north side, and it's just warehouse after warehouse after warehouse after warehouse. So did a lot of those. And then when our superintendent left Wigington, he went and started his own branch of a company called R&B. So I went over with him, and that's pretty much when I kind of turned out as a foreman. So I went over with him, started doing, TI work, schools. The last project I did with them ended in '09 during the recession, which was a movie theater. And
When you,
we finalized that out. The day we finalized that out was the day I got laid off. And
Damn.
oh,
that was
Damn.
in '09, and then spent a year on unemployment trying to find work. Uh, Came back to work for a fire alarm company that was trying to do a sprinkler division. I they're still around doing little stuff here and there, but they're mainly a fire alarm company. Left that company to go to All South, which was again on the road, traveling warehouse work. Did that for a couple years, and then work kind of dried up with them out of their Jacksonville branch. So I jumped over to Swanson Fire Protection, which at that time Swanson was a small little outfit that John was running out of his house. I think there was a total of maybe six of us that worked for the company at the time.
No, a little
And
small spot.
yeah, well now they're huge. They're traveling all over the country. They've got 50 plus employees, probably more. I don't know. It's crazy to see where they are now from where they were then.
When you were
Um,
doing warehouses
now,
back
yeah, now
then,
they're big.
would you rather boom lift or scissor lift?
Depends on what. So if the floor's real cut up, if they still got plumbers in ground, stuff like that, I'd rather have a boom lift. That way I can move around and get it done. But if the floor's in, give me a scissor lift. Let me go.
Driving,
Yeah.
yeah,
Give me a
exactly.
couple of them. Let's
Yeah.
race. Let's make it fun. Let's go.
The race is the best. That's what you gotta do. Get the
Yeah.
get the get the main up and then have all the guys race on a line. Do you guys have do your guys' companies have a service department? Yeah, he's the guy that commented right up above you. That's our service department. It's Chad. What up, Chad? Chicken salad, huh? I'm gonna have to get that, but I'm not getting that limeade. Not my thing.
So when you get to Swanson, you're just a foreman, and how many years were you in fire protection at that time? Sounds
I
like
went
six or so.
Damn, right on
so
track, Bry.
I went over to Swanson. I think it was like 2010,
Right.
2011. So the life safety and All South were kind of short lived. And then with Swanson, I was there from 2010 to 2015. And 2015, no, 2014 is when I came over to Coxfire.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you've been with them ever since, huh?
Now I've been 10 years with Coxfire.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
When I came to
I
Cox,
mean,
I told him I was looking for a home. I was tired of jumping around,
yeah,
running all
right.
over the place, traveling constantly. I was
Yeah.
promised I wasn't gonna have to travel. I had a newborn son, So I was trying to
Yeah.
not
Good
be
for you.
constantly gone, and it's worked out. They've been a great company to work for.
I mean, when I came over there to come and hang out with y'all guys, I had a good time. I mean, it feels really good in that office.
Hmm.
Everybody seems like good friends, and it's light and it was fun. We were able to like kind of get a little off topic and just talk about other things. So it
It's a
was
nice
fun.
environment.
What up, Paul?
Everybody
It
gets
is.
along. It's a small, like we've only got 6 people in the office. There's no drama.
Oh, that's
Uh,
Right.
good. That's good.
yeah,
Keep it
yeah. There's no
small. Keep it
drama.
tight. Can you rip on that banjo right there?
Yeah, yeah. I can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I've been
awesome.
doing banjo for about 14 years.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
really?
pretty
Oh, that's
cool.
cool.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. I like that a lot.
yeah.
What
We
got
used
you into the banjo?
My wife.
Really?
Yeah, my wife is a musician. She sings, plays guitar. When we first got together, she was out of the musical world, but
Mm.
her degree is in musical performance, vocal performance.
And you're like, hand me a banjo. Let's
So
go.
I teased her for the longest time because growing up, I was always going to shows. All my friends were in bands.
Right.
I never picked anything up. I didn't think I had a musical talent at all. Um,
Right.
so I meet my wife. I'm razzing her. It took about 2, 3 years of razzing her to get her to like step in and start singing with some friends of mine. So she kind of just got into that full blown. And I was like, oh shit, I need to learn something. I got to get
Heck
involved
yeah.
somehow. Nobody played the banjo, so I was like, I'm gonna pick up the banjo,
Let's go.
which
That's awesome.
started a
Okay.
That's super
long
cool.
journey because not knowing anybody who plays the banjo means you
Yeah, a
learn
lot of
on your
YouTube
own.
videos, right?
A lot of YouTube videos, eventually meeting people, finding some mentors. We travel up to North Carolina quite a bit. We've got some friends up in the Bryson City area. Um,
Right.
go up there and play and learn and it's a good time.
Justin
That's cool.
Shockey is
So,
nervous. Do you all see the '08 to '09 layoffs happening again soon? If so, what advice to stay working? I don't know. I see you pretty busy.
I still see it being busy. I
I
don't
see
see it
it's
but
being
being
pretty
the
busy.
same.
everything I hear across the country when I go and sit down and hang out with contractors, they're always hiring. Actually, Swanson was the only company that was like, "No, we're good." You know, they're
Yeah,
good.
well,
Like
everybody
if
always
someone
needs a new
came,
guy.
yeah,
There's no new guys coming in, like
Mhm.
no. And if they are, they're in like their mid 30s, or young 30s. Like we need some 18-year-old kids coming
where the
in
kids at?
and coming hot. And then
They're playing video
imagine
games.
that, dude,
Even
20
20,
years
even
at
20,
18. I
even
mean, they
20.
are set in this industry.
You could fuck off
Set.
for a couple of years and join when you're 20,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, that's a good age.
You don't have to
I
be
think I
A
got in
18.
little
about 22, 21, 22.
yeah. I don't know. In a way, you almost want to be a little older too, because I had a bad experience. I just turned 21 and I was going out with the sprinkler crew out to Tennessee on a road trip. And I thought I was a big boy, and I
And
never
you
really
got
drinked in high school or
annihilated.
before. Dude, it was so, I didn't know the line. I didn't know any rules of drinking and nothing. And dude, I was bad. So bad.
Just with a bunch of sprinkler guys pounding
Yeah.
it.
Pounded it in a courtyard Marriott, just like
Damn, that sounds
that
like a
next
good
day.
time.
Yeah, if you knew what you're doing, I never really drink just with those guys. Wrong crowd, dog. Wrong crowd.
Not for beginners.
No.
So during your time in Jacksonville, how much like frozen pipe have you dealt with?
So about 2 years ago, we were doing a project that's all cold storage that had a whole freezer of frozen pipe, and we got to have the pleasure of taking it all down and letting it
Oh
all
yeah.
fall. And we gave them the option to replace it all in case there's split pipe. They didn't do that, so we just kind of gave them a price for as we come across it, to replace it. And
Yeah. Time
luckily,
material kind of thing.
yeah, luckily they didn't have any split pipe, but they
Yeah,
had some.
you'd be surprised. A lot of the heads
Yeah,
pop, right? The heads pop,
yep,
and then
the heads
it
pop.
relieves it before the pipe pops. But it's such a crazy thing when people are like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do?" You're like, "Oh, you're gonna go like take the piece down, put it out in the parking lot, take another piece down. Like once the ice is out, go put it back in.
Yep.
New heads."
Yeah. I spent a whole summer doing that at a
Oh my
public
gosh.
distribution. Whole summer. Just take
That's
it out.
crazy.
Take it out. I think it was like -20 in that freezer.
And
And
they
it was like
won't and oh
100 degrees outside.
and they won't take the temperature up, right?
No, oh no, no, no. You got to keep that going.
So that was
Too much.
actually a good answer, but my question was more like outside freezing temperature because you're in northern Florida.
No,
Backflows outside. You get your risers just on the outside of the buildings out there. The backflows are just out in the bushes leaking.
well, that's if you're so I-4, which is basically Orlando and
Yep.
south. That's kind of the freeze line. So anything north of that we still have to, either insulate, dry pipe valves, heat trace,
I gotcha. Okay.
which is my least favorite option. But yeah, we don't really see too many antifreeze loops. Every now and then we'll see them, but
If only there was a podcast for young people to shoot the shit about sprinkler trade. I know, Chad. Man, somebody should make one of
Yeah.
them.
I wish it existed.
What up? Here in California, we leave our backflows outside unbagged. What is freezing? Yeah, you guys would love the freezing because the
money.
freezing is some
Money.
coin, kid. All of a sudden, it's just the middle of the night, and they're like, "Oh, you gotta get to the city quick." All right, I'm on my way. Bring an extra pair of
The
clothes.
problem is like the last, what was it, 2 years? Last 2 years, there would just be a night in Georgia where it just got stupid cold. And then
Mhm.
there was one that was, what was it? Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
and it was bad. I went to a service call and I left, and there was this. I get to see fire alarms in all the high rises, and then dry system on a parking deck was just like I just saw icicles.
I did
I
like
was like,
20.
this
I did
is
like 20 calls and
crazy.
did like 20 calls in 24 hours or something crazy.
Yeah.
Just reporting to people, but behind the firemen, literally just reporting behind the firemen and opening the drains because they were beating me there and closing the control valves and then taking off, and I was just like, I'd show up behind them, water still pouring, and you know, Gretchen's kitchen, and I'm like, I just open the drain, try to relieve a little bit of it, but yeah, those are fun. The people they think you're gonna do the sheetrock, they think you're gonna do the insulation, they think you're gonna do the painting, the tape, the sprinklers. They think you're gonna mop everything up. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Nope.
whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm about to cut this sheetrock open. I'm about to look at the sprinkler problem, and like, but the rest of it is somebody else's problem.
Ain't that the truth? A funny thing with Jacksonville and the backflows. So like you'll have a fire protection backflow and you'll have a domestic backflow. They'll
Yep.
require us to insulate the fire protection backflow. They don't care about the domestic backflow.
Life safety.
Protect the.
Yep,
That's
that's
right.
that's that's the that's
They
the
want to
main thing.
protect the life safety. Tell it to the
Which
plumbers. The
I
plumbers
don't
won't
know
believe
how it
it.
is for you guys, but I know in Florida, unless you have a plumber's license, you can't work on a domestic backflow. You can inspect them, you can't work on them.
It's like that in Mass. Like
Is it?
you can't touch sprinkler pipe unless you have a sprinkler license.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
And you
5 years
technically it's
ago,
like that.
without
And technically in Georgia it's like that, but we all do it. It's just yeah.
yeah.
I've done them all, but technically you have to be a master plumber. But does that happen? Never.
No.
So the
No.
area that you were in with Wigington in
Mhm.
Gainesville, almost positive that's where I'm going Monday. Like down to like I forget where it is, but like
Gainesville's a good area.
near that
You
airport.
would go. You would go when I'm not here. You could have came down and got your level.
The duty calls. I mean, I could still come by. No, you can't just unlock the place for me.
Nah, not you.
Is Sarah there?
Yeah, she'll be here till Thursday. That's gonna be great. I'm just gonna leave you alone with my wife. That's awesome.
Yeah, boom. I'll come by if I don't have to see you.
You got dinner for me, Sarah? What's
Yeah.
going
Oh yeah.
on?
That's it. Flip your sign around. Flip your fucking flag upside down.
Yeah.
Fold all the pages in your book.
So that's something that I did when I was at United Fire in Georgia, which is they're now Pi Barker.
Mhm.
But if someone was gone on a trip or something or gone for a while, I would go and just I wouldn't do like glitter, but I would get streamers and I've done a hazard room where I taped it all up and I put gloves and those foot mittens and made it into like a hazard
Oh man.
office. Like I've done it all. Then they've done it to me too, but it was fun.
You gotta get the
Christmas time, huh?
You got to get the wipers going full blast, the radio on as loud as
Yeah.
it goes, screw up all their channel presets, and then try to shut it off when the wipers land at the bottom. And then so they just start up their truck. It's just the wipers are
During
screaming, the
Christmas,
radio's loud.
one of the managers was they went on a Christmas trip to see their family, and I got the office's like wrapping paper, and I Christmas wrapped everything I could in that office. Individual pens and pencils, the cup that it goes in, the keyboard, the mouse, the computer screen, folders were were wrapped, everything.
That's petty. California is the same way. Fire inspectors will card you on the jobs. I love that. That's how it was in Boston. Every now and then, and you would get like there would be a text that would start going around, and this little bird would start flying around the city. Up there checking licenses, and they want to see your sprinkler licenses if you're doing install. They'd walk up on the job and they'd want to check everybody's license. Even the apprentices
I
have to
think
be
that's good.
the apprentices have to be registered to the state to be installing sprinklers.
I
It
think
is
that's good.
I love it.
It is good.
I love it.
It's good for pay too,
Dude,
and the
AFSA
senior guys.
is like mad close.
Yeah,
Huh? 1, 2, 3,
yeah,
4 weeks? 4 weeks
yeah.
away. AFSA.
Before
Where we
before that, we
staying?
have so we got a really awesome house. So it's a big house. It's just like a bachelor pad. There's a pool table in the living room.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we got the Argo open house on the 6th.
that's right. That's gonna be great
That's
over in
in
Rhode Island.
Coventry, Rhode Island. For anybody in the New England area, come on out to the Arco warehouse and distribution center on the East Coast, Coventry, Rhode Island, September
We're giving
6th.
away a lot of cash.
I'll
We're
be
gonna
there
give away a
all
lot of
day.
prizes. Yeah, me and Bobby will be
It's
there signing.
a dope and tape meet and greet, but I know we know you guys just want to come and meet me, so I'll be there. I think there'll be food, right? Can I win the prizes? I want to win prizes. Am I eligible?
I don't know. You gotta ask them.
Who's them? You're them. What do you mean?
I am them. I
You
am them.
are
Well,
them.
I
You
don't
found out who
think I
them
don't know.
is?
We're
Yo,
gonna have
Isaac, what up?
some races. So we're gonna race and put on a coupling.
Are you back yet?
Fully
There he is.
disassembled coupling. We're gonna put it together and then race timer. Winner makes some, get some big money.
You're gonna
And
put the
then,
coupling
we're
together?
also doing-
Hold on. What do you mean?
So
Coupling?
the coupling is gonna be disassembled,
The bolts
and then
and the
you
nuts?
have a groove piece of pipe. Right. You have to put it together and then and put it on the pipe, and then
Can
you're
I
timed.
can I race and then what? Like I race you or race everybody?
Race everybody
Alright.
who joins that competition.
I will definitely smoke you. I don't know who else is gonna be there, but 100% I got you in the bag.
Yeah, they're gonna
Some
come and
ra-
meet you and
some
watch you do
races,
that,
really?
and they'll probably want to
Fitter
come and
open
talk
house?
to me about taxes. I don't know.
Races? What's races? Yeah, fitter open house. Anybody's welcome. Anybody in the industry that wants to come over.
Yeah, y'all come. It's gonna be fun. A lot of fun. We're gonna have some good food. We're gonna have the
Races?
grill out there. Races.
Oh, races. Okay. Everybody thought you said racist. There's gonna be racists there.
There's gonna be
I'm sure there's gonna be one.
There's gonna be one or two.
Yeah, so
No,
I'll add that in
There's
there.
gonna be a race and you're gonna get smoked. We're gonna be doing some coupling race.
All right,
I
so
heard it.
when you were in the field all this time, went into Coxfire, you're in the field. At what time do you become a suit, as they say, and move into the office?
Before I go to the dark side.
Yeah, you gonna become one of them?
So, yeah, right.
That's awesome.
So about
White hat.
2017, the superintendent that we had at Coxfire put in his notice, and he and I were good buddies. We were real close. And he basically tapped me for the position and then immediately told me I should quit and follow where, but I didn't quit. I didn't take his advice. I stuck in with it. I'm a glutton for punishment. As most sprinkler people are. So I stuck with it long enough and, eventually, got the offer to, step into the sales world as a service salesperson Then I started picking up, making connections in relationships, and contract jobs started falling with that. And it just after that, it kind of just started rolling.
Were
Um,
you doing deficiencies too, or just
so
like bid market and stuff?
So the way our office is set up is that our deficiency obviously determined off of an inspection, but we have a
Right.
deficiency coordinator who quotes all that work, and she quotes that out, puts that out, and she gets a little bit of commissions off of what she does for that. So it's we kind of all share that portion. She has that, and anytime I can help and send her something that's a deficiency, I do, just to keep their department going.
Awesome. Okay. Any kind of tips? Like how important is it to go and look at the job site? Can you quote it without looking?
It's not wise. If you
Yeah.
if you can go out and look at it, that's the best. I went down to St. Augustine today and was actually surveying one of the oldest houses in America. That
Oh.
they're finally gonna have to retrofit a sprinkler system into, and it's right on St. George Street. It's 224 years old. Uh, it's all
No pressure.
yeah, right. It's all coquina walls. The footers are coquina. So like it's going to be interesting. I'll be making several trips out there
Are
before.
they gonna are they gonna paint the pipe so it matches kind of the interior?
I think
So
they're
I'm
going to
guessing
try to build soffits to try to
okay.
try to hide it as much as they can and try to keep it as aesthetically. They're going to turn the bottom floor into a museum, and then the top floor is going to be apartments. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah.
I think
That's
Chad was there.
cool.
I think Chad was at this place. Chad, do you concur? Chad's over in like Saint Augustine,
Oh yeah.
You know,
and
with the
he's up.
service side and doing quotes and all that, I was always worried when I was doing that. I was always worried about missing something. Like,
Hmm.
I'm trying to like go down my checklist in my mind of all the variables that could happen or I
Right.
could come across. And then, man, I would just be like, oh, what am I missing? Because I got screwed one time on a military
What's
contract
up, Quinn?
Oh
because
yeah.
I didn't know how much of a pain in the ass they are to deal with. They're like, "Oh, you're not working today. Just go home." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah. Do I
You
get
know,
wait?
my guys still need 8 hours, you know? Oh, you can only work 3 hours today. Oh, we need you to, stay in this room while we go and move this nuclear weapon or whatever it is, you know? You
Brian,
can't see this, so stay here. You can't work.
are the races ground level or aerial? You gonna go on a ladder?
What?
I'll let you stand at the table.
No, no,
I'll
no,
go.
no.
I'll go on the ladder.
No ladder.
It'll be a
No,
handicap. No
that's
ladder. Oh,
liability with a
No,
ladder.
no
sure.
liability.
I'm a prof. If there was a ladder series in the Olympics, gold medal every year. I would win the gold medal of the ladder Olympics. I'll top step a 12-footer and I'll walk it. We'll race. We'll race
That whole
walking.
competition, I'll be freaking out, be like, please don't get hurt. Please don't get hurt. Please don't get
Make them all sign waivers. Everybody's got to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
My old company service department had us field guys doing the fixes, or we lost the service contracts on the stuff we built. I was the lead service inspector guy at our company for 7 years, and now I'm the office quoting service jobs. And when our guys do half-ass inspections, I can rely on my thousands of pictures. Yo, pictures are worth so
Pictures,
much.
videos are huge.
Yeah,
Sprinkler
100%.
fitter 696, local 696 TC here. Wasn't sure what this live was gonna be about. Covering great content, especially for my apprentices. Definitely gonna share your
Man, thank
content
you
with
so
them.
much.
Thank you so much, dude. We're
Like
trying.
and subscribe.
Sometimes Brian goes off the rails and he's either talking about something random or telling us a story for the fifth time, but he's a great guy. You love him. He just laughs. He just laughs.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
whatever,
so good.
right?
It's so good. You never know what I'm gonna say, kid. Brian's been
Sprinkle fitters
posting though.
turd.
You guys got to go over and retrofit Brian on Instagram. Like his videos, and when you see him, like him, all right? Because he's texting me. He's
Yeah,
like,
next week
why is nobody
I'm
liking my
going to
shit?
Mexico. I'm going to Mexico next week, and I'm going to be putting all that on stories. Gonna make
Boom.
some vlogs, but of course that's gonna take a little time to put together. But yeah, every day, all day, showing you what's going on in Mexico at the Fire Protection Convention there. So yeah, come and watch on Retrofit Brian
I
on
wonder if you can
Instagram.
take. I wonder if we can take videos from the glasses right on Instagram. or we have to take the video and then upload it?
Well, I know that you can like log in and register your glasses with Instagram, but I don't know if it's just like that account,
I think that's how I signed
password,
in.
username
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Tight.
Live stream through it.
Yeah, which Bobby, I don't think is the best idea because if you're, if you get hacked, someone changes the password and all that, then your glasses are linked to it.
Damn.
Maybe do it better with your like email.
Yo,
Just a
Chad.
thought.
Chad. Yo, Tim. You're in my neighborhood. Not to step on turf or anything, but NAFCO's available if you need service. Here, tag me in. That's my
Need
boy.
a little sub work? Need something done fast?
Fast and right? Yeah, and everybody
That's
needs
right.
it.
Can you mute yourself again? Who are you talking to? Quit picking on us, Brian. Yeah. Quit picking on us, Brian.
Who are you picking on?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not picking on anybody.
G Narcy
I'm
said
like the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
G Narcy said kicking on us, Brian. I know, right? He's always
All
picking on me. Gosh.
right.
Yo, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget about FireTech. Learning.firetech.com. There's courses on there. Some of the courses are discounted. You could use promo code Dope and Tape. The rest of them aren't super expensive to further your career, to get yourself in
No.
the pump room. You take the pump room class. There's a bunch of classes about it. Brian's trying to cut me off. I'm just going to let him have the floor.
So there's two classes. So there's two classes. There's a fire pump class, which is the fire pump, I believe it's 1.2. And that's starting to get a little bit more in depth in the fire pumps. That's discounted with dope and tape as the discount code for less than $100. And then there's also Fire Tech's first Spanish course, which is fire alarm, and that is also under $100. So
That's pretty
go and get
awesome.
educated, learn something.
Don't let the old timers keep all the secrets.
Exactly. And we tell everybody, like, invest in yourself and your education. It's not much money. You just have to invest in it. I hate to hear, oh, well, I'm just waiting for my boss to send me or pay for, get me a book or this or that. Like, if you do it yourself, it puts you in a great position for negotiations. And it just also looks good. Hey, boss, I got this. Check this out. I'm now nice set certified. And they're like, wait, what? You know? And then you're like, oh yeah, and I need a raise. Because sometimes they'll pay for training, they'll pay for you to get your nice set, and they're like, well, I can't give you a raise yet. We already spent this money on the nice set, and we spent money on your book and all these other things. If we got the fire tech course for your nice set prep, oh well, that was money too. Just give us like 6 months, I'll get you a raise. They can't say that if you do it yourself.
Stop picking
Right
on
there.
the Bryans. Oh, I gotcha. I think he was talking to me. Chad is rad. C4 needs to sponsor him. Dude, I went down this road. Listen, it's a tough drink to give up, but they don't like to share us. They're definitely not gonna sponsor him. Yo, boys, longtime follower, keep up the content. Any advice for a new fitter? I'm about to journey out. Yo, don't go
Ooh.
and take on a bunch of debt. All right, like be a fitter. I don't know, and I did this, and I tell everybody not to do it, but like I got my journey, I went and financed the truck before I journeyed out. Put it that way. I went and got all the big shit. I'm like, I'm getting my journeyman license. I'm gonna go buy something sick, but you don't need it. Don't buy it. Save your shit. Save your money. Have that journeyman money, and still live that apprentice lifestyle for a little bit.
Yeah, if you can. Good
Yeah.
advice.
Yeah, I mean it's easy to creep, when your finances start coming up, your income, and it's easy to kind of creep up to where you're at your peak and you have no money left
Take
over.
that pay stub right to the bank. Like, look at this. They're like, is this biweekly? You're
Like
like,
when I was
nope,
in
that's
sales,
40
when I
hours. I
was in
want a new
sales
truck.
like you, I would live off of my salary. Whatever my salary was what I lived on. And then
Hmm.
my commissions was like the
Extras.
extra money, right?
Right.
So that's
The
the way to do
fun.
it.
My boss will pay for
Absolutely.
any class or test I want. I have NICE at 3 and ITM 2, an install 2, an alarm, ITM 2, an alarm
Dude,
install, along
what?
with a bunch of random certs. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Come to Florida, get a
Congratulations,
job.
man. Way to get after it.
Dude, you are getting after it. For
Yeah, you
sure.
get that. Extra your
Right.
company's really trying not to piss you off because you can go anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. Anybody will
Oh,
pick
you
them
want a
up.
new truck? Okay. All right. Just I'll get you another truck. It's like,
Gee,
for
Narcy, what do you got?
sure.
Oh, shit. This is a Mustang guy, too? Damn, did we
So
just
did you
become
say
best
that you were in
friends?
a superintendent as well?
Yep, yep. I ran the
How's
field.
that life? Is that like very is that
Stressful,
stressful?
very stressful.
Yeah. It's just because you're
I'll
taking on
see you,
everything and
Narcy.
then like after the work you're thinking about it still and like
Your phone doesn't stop ringing. Like it's when I was superintendent, I had 12 guys directly under me, and then I had 15 sub labor guys I had to keep track of as well on one project.
okay.
Um, so it was that project was down in Daytona. So I've got my 12 in-house guys in Jacksonville doing our Jacksonville jobs, and then I've got sub labor crews down in Daytona. So I'm having to get down to Daytona, put out fires down there, make sure everybody's doing that, while also being in Jack. It was,
Woo.
it was a
Yeah.
lot.
So did you feel guilty when you took vacations? Because it was obviously well deserved.
When I took vacations, I made sure I went somewhere where my cell phone would not work, whether I wanted it
Yeah.
or not. Like that was the only way. And I'm like, you guys got to figure it out.
Sorry, I'm on a
I'm
cruise
gone for a
ship.
week.
I'm
I'm gone
sorry,
for a week.
man.
You're gonna have to figure it out. I'm going where I have no cell
Oh,
phone service, and if I do, I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah. And then your office is like, I just want him to get back.
Right,
G
right. But it's
You know?
Narcy.
good. It's good to be away for a little bit. Let them know.
Yeah, exactly.
G
Let
Narcy.
him miss you.
All right, so G Narcy, I click his name, I go to channel, you go to it. His profile pic is definitely four. There's four Mustangs right there, brother. So when I went to your page and I see your profile pic, I see four Mustangs. I say, "Oh, he's a Mustang guy." But he's offended. He's not a Mustang guy. How dare you? Yo, I like Mustangs. I don't know. Thought we had something in common. Fuck you then, I guess. I'm just kidding. I would love a truck, but right now paying off debt with the help of my new job. Thanks, Bobby. Thanks,
That's
Isaac.
that's
Appreciate
that's
you.
good. It's real good.
Keep on working hard. Get you foreman in training soon. Thanks, dogs. Respect from local 853 Toronto. Old company. If I
Oh
wanted a
wow.
class or cert, I was always told no, you don't need it. Bullshit, Isaac.
Get it yourself.
If they tell you you
Get
don't
it
need it,
yourself.
that's your sign.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not you don't need it. We don't want you to have it.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Mhm.
Damn, as we get later,
Yeah.
the numbers are growing. What up, people? Appreciate you being here. There's 14 of you in here, and this video's only been liked 4 times. So, do you guys see the problem that I'm seeing? Why can't we have 14 likes right there? Actually, 15. Oh, hold on. Let me check on Twitch. Chandler's probably over there talking to himself. Shit.
Yeah.
My bad, Chandler. Where is it? Chandler's over here on Twitch by himself, I bet. I don't see
So
him.
I sent Chandler 218 pipe wrenches,
Yeah.
and
Did he break
I
them
wonder
yet?
how they're going. No, that's why I sent it to him because he breaks freaking everything. You
Hey,
hired a gorilla,
he's
you
he's a
know?
hard, he's a hard worker. He should build better shit. Shouldn't.
Everybody's got one of
Not
those guys that
everything.
just
He breaks
breaks
Milwaukee
everything.
drills, dude.
Yeah, I mean they break. He's drilling off the bottom. What are you gonna do? Anyone that's drilling off the bottom of a trapped branch line, I mean, when you're doing hundreds of them, I mean the cost of the drill's 130 bucks. Well, whatever. If we can drill 400 holes with it and it burns out, I think it's made its money,
Yeah.
right?
Can you not return it and say, hey, this thing just broke?
Um,
As if it's in Milwaukee, like, what's
it's
that
probably
warranty
it's
like?
probably got like one of them little strips in there that says like, did you submerge this? Did you take it snorkeling? They're gonna be like, were you drilling on an offshore rig?
Yeah.
We haven't
No, I just
broken
live in Florida and it's humid.
we haven't broken it yet, but those hole masters dot dot dot. Yo, I think I talked to Rust about that, and I was like, out of all the hole masters sold in the whole world, there's like 3 of them that broke, and you guys broke 2 of them.
Yeah, well, I think it's just him. So my
I
theory
think it's
on
just
that,
I think
because
it's
the
just him.
polymer, so the polymer has to get like, I think it's 550 degrees before it melts, which is extremely hot.
Yeah, they were
So
working
what
hard, and it's a hot building.
my thought is that if he's doing it above his head on trapped water, and then the water's coming down, so then you get that friction,
Yeah, but wouldn't the
which
water keep it
normally you wouldn't
cool? The
have.
water should keep it cool. It's like he's core drilling. Should be keeping it cool.
Water just sprays all over you with the hot shards, gets all in your shirt, makes your day miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
anytime you see a picture of these guys, they're all smiling.
Right, that's good. Good
yeah.
Huh?
demeanors.
Yo, someone's blasting off on the like button. What is good with that? I like that. Keep on doing that. That's good.
Thanks. We appreciate you.
But I'm talking about this like button on like under under Tim. I don't know how you
Mm.
guys are watching it, but like the like the video button, not the chat. I mean, I like you liking the chat too. Let me do it. I'm gonna click it too. I'm gonna click it faster than you. Look how fast I can click it.
So just saying while you guys are here, just want to bring this up again. We're not gonna be on. We're not gonna have a show on Thursday. Uh, I'm gonna be down in Mexico covering the Mexican Fire Protection Convention. So we're super excited about that. But I don't want to commit to anything because
You
I'm
probably could pull it
worried about
off, kid.
Wi-Fi and all.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the Wi-Fi's always. Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
so I'm like,
oh,
you know,
there's an event in Boston next week. The International Alliance of Firefighters? International
oh, I heard about that.
Association of Firefighters. I'll be in
That'd be
Georgia.
cool to go to.
I'm going to Gainesville Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm going to Commerce Friday, Saturday. Loading up,
Commerce, Georgia,
coming on down. Yeah, we got a big job there. Just started.
just started.
Just
Yeah, because
started.
I haven't heard you talk about it.
Just started Monday.
Nice.
Jobs everywhere.
Who's gonna run that
It's like
job?
you got them
Busy.
all over the place.
Anthony's down there. Yeah, oh yeah, we're all
Okay,
over.
cool, cool.
Kentucky, Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Pennsylvania. Come on. Oh, there's a whole bunch.
Nice.
There's a lot more
Nice.
coming up. And if you need a job, you can fill out an application at nafco.com. Bro, the plastic literally melted in front of my eyes. Freaking Isaac.
I've never heard that. You know how many we sell like daily? Like we sell tons.
Yeah, well, these boys are using them. Whoever you're selling them to, they're just using them as showpieces like the one I got.
Just sits there in your garage, huh?
Yeah, now I'm putting it in the
Chill.
truck. It's coming with me.
Awesome.
I'm gonna bring my G2X as well.
I love that thing. I always,
Boom.
when I go to visit contractors, like Tim, I'm sure I showed you that. I'm really proud of our groovers.
Hmm.
I mean, going from true 1 inch to a 12 inch, that's sweet. And it comes in a sweet Pelican case, everything you need. And what I think is also pretty cool is that you can just slide the carriage back and then put it on the groover, do your grooving, take the groover off, and you just bring your carriage back up. You don't have to take it off, which is always a pain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
that little
I think that's
extension is
pretty cool.
nice.
Hmm.
If I ever won the lottery, I've always thought about making a supply house that stocks a lot of specialty stuff and doubles as a training facility. Get the materials at cost. That's a damn good idea.
Let's
Narcy.
do it.
This is G Narcy. Yeah, so maybe Thursday at some point when you're free, we'll just do like an Instagram live for like 20, 30 minutes and see how you're doing
On
and
board.
see if you're still
Yeah.
okay in Mexico, if they've kidnapped you or something.
Right.
You're,
Yeah, I'm down for that.
you're kind
Stay
of
at the
large to
resort.
kidnap, but
I'm sure I can be probably by that time, I'll be in like a restaurant somewhere or something and I could do live from there.
hell
That's
yeah,
safe.
Isaac. Hell yeah, Isaac.
But hey, Tim, man, thank you so much for coming on the show. And I told you it would go by really fast.
It
It's
sure
just we're
did.
just
It sure
hanging
did.
out, talking
That did go
sprinkler.
by. It goes
Right.
by quick, man.
I appreciate it, fellas. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks for the chat. And we'll always be in touch. You ever need anything in the future, we're always here. And I mean, we're in the area. We
Yeah.
really are. So Chad, I think is in Augustine, St. Augustine.
Yeah.
We're kind of trying to target that area for service and inspections. Anyone's listening out there that needs service and inspection, we're there. Also, don't forget about our sponsors, FireTech, learning.firetech.com. Sign up for some courses, further your education. Um, to be better, you got to do better. Yeah, it's over. It's 1 hour, bro. We'll be back in a couple Thursdays. Not next Thursday,
Yeah.
but the 5th. Be back on the 5th. You'll see us in between. If you want, if you can't get enough, you follow us on Instagram. You'll definitely see us there. You'll see me there.
Hey,
I'll
come
be
out to the
posting like
Arco, Rhode
crazy.
Island open house. You'll be able to meet both of us and hang out.
Oh yeah, yep. Oh yeah, maybe we'll go
Is that
live from. We might be
September?
going live from JCI with on the
Yeah.
5th, right?
Yeah, with
And then on
Casey.
this, yep, well, Casey. Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll be more planning. Follow us on Instagram, and then if there's ever complications or changes with the show, it's gonna be on both of our Instagram stories, and that's where you can see it. We've been posting on TikTok. We have a lot of videos being uploaded to the YouTube. Right now, these videos fall in the live category. The videos you'll see from any of the expos or conventions we're at, you'll see in the video category. Don't forget about the short category. Like it all. Tell everybody about us. If you want to come on the show, reach out however you feel the best, and we're going to get you on there. We're not that far booked out, and we really want to talk to anybody in the industry that wants to talk to us. Tim, again,
Absolutely,
thank you
yes.
so much.
Thank you
Absolutely,
so much,
fellas.
buddy.
Appreciate y'all.
Brian, good job.